What is up, Scrub fam? Today I have the green red mile. Uh, Shout out to Matt for that name. If you know what the Green Mile is, go check that movie out. It's amazing. But that's what we're calling it, the Green Red Mile. This is a little spin on, the regular mono red prison. Zap, shout out to Zap for, pushing me to do this. He originally told me I should do this. And when the Gogeta card came out, he said, "Yo, you should really try this." I said, I don't know about that. But now we have more green red stuff. It's a little bit more appealing to play green red, so I'll get into it. I don't really want to cover all of the cards that, normally go into prison. Um, I will cover the leader, and then we'll get into some of the, unorthodox choices we have in the deck. So here we go. If you don't know what Frieza does, he looks at the top five cards. You can choose one red extra card among them, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. You can't play battle cards with 3 energy or less, which really unfortunate since we have the counterplay cards. If we could play Vegeta, the Cruel, if we could play Max Speed Son Goku, two of the really good counterplay cards that came out, this deck would feel so much better, but unfortunately we can't. It's alright, we'll make do with it. And he is a draw two leader. Really unfortunate, but hey, whatever. On the backside, you have an activate main once per turn. You draw one card, and when your guy is attacked by a battle card, you can choose one Frieza's Army card from your hand and place it in the drop area. Then you negate that attack, and you can do it for the duration of the turn. So a little bit like Janemba, but it's not generic. It's not just a blue card. You have to pitch a red Frieza army, which makes it very awkward, especially in this deck. Since we have to cut a lot of the red Frieza army cards to fit a lot of the green red stuff in. So now we're gonna get into some of the choices. First, we have Denial of Hope. This card is absolutely amazing. Um, There was a deck list from a Dabbers tournament or one of the Dabbers players, I think it was Nam Vo. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. They said this card hits 80% of decks that are being played. So that's basically that sums that up. You got to play Denial of Hope. Denial of Hope's absolutely insane. It's basically a time walk when, for the first few turns, I was play testing against my friend. He was playing red, green Gohan, and he played they evolved the SR Gohan on top of the 3 drop that you could play for one, and it just basically bought me an extra turn, and it was amazing. Next we have Raditz Saiyan Assault. Alright, alright, alright. If you're a 3xG Patreon, every deck list I've put out in the past week or two since I started brewing with set 7, you'll know how much I love this card. Somebody called me out for it. He said, Scorch, you absolutely love this card, and it's absolutely correct. If you don't know what he does, he's amazing. When you play this card, you choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 3 or less and KO them. Then your opponent chooses the amount of cards you KO'd and sends them to the warp. They send it from their hand to the warp. So at most, he is a kill 2, warp 2 card, which, let me tell you, you resolve this boy and you get the full effect, feels really good. Feels absolutely amazing, actually. It doesn't feel really good. Um, this is extremely good against Skillless. It helps what the deck lacks versus Skillless because they normally don't want to go into 20Ks because sometimes they're scared of Live to Fight Another Day. Don't really see why. You might as well just do it. But the 30Ks are really strong against the deck. But if they just go into the 30Ks, you can survive a little bit. You can probably survive till turn 4, and then you drop Raditz, and then you're see ya, bud. So Raditz really helps out with that matchup. It makes it feel a little bit more bearable. It's still a really awkward, but yeah. Next, we have SSB Gogeta Resonant Explosion. He is from the expansion pack, if you don't know what he does. He has Double Strike, Arrival, Red Green. So you have to combo a red and a green card in your combo area before you can pay the one red he cost to play him. He is a dual land if you're familiar with Magic, so but he also comes in tapped, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's okay. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's cards with an energy cost of 4 or less, KO it, and you can't play him for the rest of the turn. So you can't play multiple copies of this card in one turn. It's okay. You can do it offensive, defensive, kill the 4 drops. It's pretty nice. Doesn't hit barrier, and it gets a little awkward when the game gets later in the stages and they start playing 5 drops and stuff like that. So I'll talk about a few of the issues with the deck a little bit later, but it doesn't help with them. It helps with the early aggression, and hopefully you can get to your bombs, pressure them enough to end the game before they can kill you. Next we have Kaioken's Son Goku. This card is absolutely perfect in every single way. I absolutely love this card. It's a dual color card, and if you have 20 or more red or green cards in your drop area, and reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, so it becomes a 3 green, 2 red. And then when your life reaches 1 for the duration of the turn, this card gains triple strike, dual attack, and can't be KO'd by your opponent's skills. Pretty cool. Its activate main is choose one card in your life, add it to your hand, and your opponent reveals their hand. You choose up to one card, any card, just this card, not battle card, none of that shenanigans. You can rip the negate that they're gonna try to use on you, but nah. And then it gains 20,000, 25,000 power for the duration of the turn. So absolutely sweet. If you get enough cards in your drop area, you go ahead, play this bad boy, and you're good to go. And then lastly, we have SS3 Scramble, Raditz, Vegeta, and Broly. It is similar to the Gogeta, except this is mainly what ends the games. You put them to 2, you arrival for 3 red, 2 green, and then when you play it, you choose one card in your life and place it in your drop area, then you deal 2 damage. The second effect is basically whenever they combo with an energy cost of 2 or less, you choose up to one card in your opponent's combo area and place it in its owner's drop area. So that's not an auto once per turn, so you could just continuously do it, so it's pretty good. But Sap and I talked a lot about that card, and it just, you're not going to continuously be doing it, so it's okay. You can play Strategies Universe 7, and you can be a little cute with it, but it's probably not absolutely needed. 9 times out of 10, you just want to end the game, stick them to 2, and, straight up kill them. So, I'll talk about a lot of the other choices in the deck real quick. Um, we have 0 and 5Ks that are very valuable. We have the Sun Gohan from the event pack. No, it's not the event pack. It's the same thing that comes with the Vegeta Time Regulator. I can't think of what it is for the life of me right now. It's a very good 0 for 5K, and it's an impactful counter play. I believe it might be counter attack. I'm not 100% sure. It's really bad that I forgot that. But it minuses a card by 10,000, and it's a 2 drop for it's a 2 red on your opponent's turn. The sweet thing is you can play, Raditz, you can play this guy, and you can combo them on your field and then get a rival that way also. So you have, some impactful defense, and then you combo them, and then you have, Gogeta come out, and you can swing with him, double strike, pressure them a little bit. It's pretty good. Next, we have a Foreseeing Hit. Great card. It helps, stifle Gogeta Shenron, that type of deal. This deck really falters to Gogeta Shenron still. It's awful. Victory Strike's the same way. Nothing much we can do about it right now besides, denialing of hope, their path of greatness, stuff like that. We have a lot of hand control type of stuff in Raditz, Super 17, and Combo Killer. If they decide that, you're pressuring them enough, say hypothetically, and they go to a low hand size, you say, okay, just play Super 17, you have no cards, go ahead, and you're just chilling. Kami Power Piccolo is in there because You can slide into Heroes Mafuba, maybe, possibly. It's a possibility. I'm not sure how much I feel about that yet because it's going to be 5. You're probably going to have to deal with whatever boss monster comes out after that, unfortunately. But it's a possibility that's always there. It's sweet. So it's just something to think about. Regardless, you can charge it. It's a green card, and you can combo with it. It's a green card. Um, that's pretty much about it. If you're not familiar with Live to Fight Another Day, opponent can't play 20,000 or less, or they're pitching cards out of their hand. Kabba's Awakening is amazing. It could be a 2-for-1. If your opponent goes to, 15,000 or 20,000 and you're awakening your side, you just combo this guy and you're like, all right, whatever. It's, no big deal. After Image, just great generic red card. It's amazing. And you have to remember all the extra cards you search out with your leader ability, so it's not that bad. You can loop them with Loyal Kikino. Loyal Kikino might not need to be at 4, it could probably be at 3, in all honesty, and you probably bounce Berry Blue up. I think 6 Frieza Army card is pretty good to stick with because, you still want that secondary effect if you absolutely need it, and it'll help fuel the drop for Raditz. So I will be doing a more in-depth write up on the Patreon. So if you really want to check that out, it's a month. There's lots of great content on there. There's amazing content creators on there. Eh, I don't even know who else is writing for us at this point. There's too many people. I'm just kidding. They're all amazing. But yeah, highly recommend checking out. If you haven't checked it out, just give it a try. If you don't like it, it's $1. Probably not the worst decision you made in your life. Definitely isn't the worst decision I made in my life. Make sure you check out Scrub Out, the podcast we're doing. We have a amazing episode coming up with the entire crew, I think, and it's gonna be a really fun one. So hope you guys do check that out. Make sure you go check out Nam's prison deck profile. It looked pretty spicy. I really liked it. It's something I might play at locals. So hope you guys have a great one. Hope you guys are enjoying set 7 and peace.